Good morning, family. This is Ricky, and welcome to Hope for Today. Happy Monday, everybody. 8th of January, the year of our Lord, 2024. Are you still writing down 2023 when you write down the date? No. It's a brand new year, and it's a brand new day for you and for yours. When you put your trust and faith in Jesus, it's Monday. Come on, let's go. Get up out your bed, bend the knee. Thank God for another day, because today we're going to act like a thing is so, even though it ain't so, in order that it might be so, because God said so. It's the makings of a great year at Hope for Today. All this month, we're talking about what tools and what truths and what virtues, what practices do you need to put inside of your toolbox to help you build upon a great foundation for a great year in 2024. I want to bring us to Joshua chapter 4, verse 2. God says to Joshua, "Take 12 men from the people, from each tribe of man, and command them, saying, take 12 stones from here, out of the midst of the Jordan, from the very place where the priest's feet stood firmly, and bring them over with you, and lay them down in the place where you lodge tonight." Now the story goes on to say that Joshua follows the Lord's command, and they put 12 stones in the river Jordan as this reminder. What had just happened is that the children of Israel crossed the river Jordan, just like they crossed the Red Sea, parted it on both sides where they could be miraculously delivered. And God says to Joshua, put 12 stones, big stones I'm sure they were, in the river, so that when your children later ask what happened, you can tell the story of my faithfulness. And I think this brings to bear upon us this reminder: don't forget what God has brought you through. I think one of the most essential building blocks of a promising future is to remember the faithfulness of God. And I want you to just tap in with me right now, because you may be in a situation, it may be in a dark storm, you may not be uncertain of your future, but I've learned that one of the ways that I gain certainty for my future is when I see all of the deliverance of my past. Come on, somebody, and say amen up in here. That when you are overwhelmed by what's ahead of you, how many of you know that you could stir up faith and trust in God by looking back at all the things God has brought you through? This is the principle that's being applied to the children of Israel. I keep in my office this photograph taken back in 1979 of me and my father's. I'm a fourth generation pastor. And so over here to your left is my great-grandfather, the late Reverend Willie Jenkins Sr. To your right is my grandfather, the Reverend Willie Jenkins Jr. In the middle with the afro, that's my daddy, Richard Jenkins Sr., and that 2-year-old boy, that's me. And this is the Jenkins family's 12 stones of remembrance, if you will. And I've actually had the moments where my little boys and my little girl will say, "Daddy, who are those people?" And I get to explain these great men in my life. And I get to tell them stories of God's faithfulness in their life, and thereby God's faithfulness in my life. And even when it's dark, and even when it's tough, I'm able to remember the faithfulness of God. And I'm able to conclude that if God saw them through it, He'll see me through it too. You want to have a great year? Don't forget where God brought you from. Don't forget who you are. Don't forget whose you are. Because if God's been working up until now, He'll keep working on into your future. And that's Hope for Today. I'll see you next time.